our series on big questions. Today's question is, what is it like to have a friend in Jesus? Who is your best friend? And why are they your friend? Do you have any friends that you can see now? Why don't you give them a wave? Why are friends important to us? How many friends do you have? We're going to hear a story today about one of Jesus's friends, Peter. Let's watch the video together.
What is it like to have a friend in Jesus? If there's something that we can't see with our eyes, does that mean it doesn't exist? Have you ever experienced a time when it was really windy? The wind itself is invisible, but we can still tell that it's there. It can make trees bend and leaves fall off. It creates waves on the sea and makes things blow over. It isn't so hard to believe that it's there. We believe it's real even though it's invisible, because it does something to us or to things around us. It's a little like that when we think of having Jesus as a friend. We can't see him with our eyes, but we can experience that he's there. A lot of people can tell about how Jesus has helped and been with them through their lives. And when I believe in Jesus, I can experience that too. It's written in the Bible about something that happened to Peter after Jesus went back to heaven. Peter was a disciple of Jesus. A king named Herod captured Peter and imprisoned him. The only thing Peter had done was to tell others about Jesus. The king didn't like that, so he decided that Peter should be put in prison for a severe punishment. Outside of the prison, a lot of soldiers stood guard day and night to make sure Peter couldn't escape. Peter was in a dangerous situation, but he knew that he could pray to Jesus. Jesus was his best friend and had promised to help him. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, Peter was woken up by someone who was poking him gently in the side, while a friendly voice whispered, "Hurry, get up!" Peter didn't understand what was going on. He had big chains around both of his feet. But he did what the friendly voice said and stood up. And suddenly the chains fell off. The voice told him to put on his cloak and come with him. And Peter followed him out of the prison, wondering all the while if it was a dream or if it was really happening. It was completely quiet. The only sound was the snoring of the soldiers who were supposed to be on guard. They were in a deep sleep, and the stranger with the friendly voice could lead Peter out of the prison, through the gates of the city, and out to freedom. When Peter turned to thank the nice stranger, he was gone. Jesus had sent one of his angels to help him. Jesus had promised that he would be with his disciples always, and he would hear them when they prayed to him. A very happy Peter could go home to his friends, and you can believe they were happy to see him. Jesus' disciples experienced that he was their best friend through their whole lives, even after he went to heaven. You and I can experience that too. Jesus is a best friend that we can talk to about everything. We don't have to pray to him in a special way or at a special place. He is with us wherever we are, with our friends, at school, at home, everywhere. When we believe in Jesus, we get to experience that he is our friend, for real.
Did you know that Jesus wants to be your friend? That's right, you! So, what did you think about the story? What do you think Peter felt like when he was in prison? What did his best friend Jesus do to help him? Have some time thinking and talking with your families, and I'll put the timer on. I learned from this story that Jesus is always with me, wherever I am. And when I believe in Jesus, he's my friend for real, and I can tell him anything. It's a bit strange having a friend that you can't see, or that you can't play with in person, or that you can't sit with. But the more time you spend talking to Jesus, the more time you get a friendship going. And you start to be able to feel him close to you. I know that sounds strange, doesn't it? But have a go this week. Have a go at talking to Jesus and telling him things about your life. What is it like to have a friend in Jesus? Well, for me, it's like having peace in all situations. So even if I'm really scared, and I know that Jesus is with me because I feel peaceful. What is it like to have a friend in Jesus? Well, it means you're never alone, no matter what. You might have different answers, or your parents might have different answers. Let's do some crafts together. Can you make your own set of handcuffs using glue and bits of paper? Or maybe you can make some chains for your feet, just like Peter had on. This craft will remind you what Jesus did for his friend Peter. He sent an angel to help get him out of jail. How cool is that? We learned last week that Jesus is God and he's powerful. I certainly want him as my friend. That's all from me.